Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show off some missile evasion tactics that I use when competing in 5v5 or even public PvP lobbies and seed missions when playing around with some SAM sites. We're going to cover them as fast as possible so you can get back in the air and try them out. There are numerous different tactics, but I want to try and keep this short and sweet, and these are my go-tos. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to help support me and my channel, and for you to get notified when I upload future videos that can help you and entertain you, so let's get straight into it. Notching is a missile evasion I find myself doing a lot while fighting. If it's from SAM sites with radar guided missiles or bandit firing missiles at me, if I have no terrain cover, notching will be my next move. So putting the missile to my 3 or 9 o'clock, depending which way I crank, will put me in a perfect position to notch the missile. And I will wiggle myself into position until my RWR stops an alert that says to me they've lost me on radar. Also a big note, I found in the F-18 there's an RWR blind spot at the bottom of the aircraft that has caught me off a few times where the RWR has lost any threat, but really I've just gone blind. I find the word cranking used for a few things, so this is what I use the word cranking for. It's another way of bleeding out a missile. It's exactly as it sounds. You crank your aircraft with hard G's away from the missile. The missile's job is to intercept the point of contact. When you're going at speed and forever moving in a big circle, the missile has to keep adjusting itself, and the likelihood of the missile hitting you is greatly reduced. As you can see here, the missile from the SAM site has trouble catching up to me as he's got to keep adjusting, and the missile from the aircraft has adjusted and fails to intercept. But I will warn you, distance is key here. Too close and the missile will have way too much energy for you to escape from, and some SAM sites and aircraft missiles are more powerful than others. Diving is a well-known missile evasion I think a lot of us do naturally, but I would just want to quickly cover this and add on some bits and pieces you might find useful. This works well with bumped terrain and can be done with flat surfaces as well, so just be aware of your altitude as I've hit the floor more times than I like to admit. When fired upon, simply dive your nose first to the floor as fast as possible. While diving, if positioned correctly, you can put the bandit or the missile to your 3 or 9 o'clock and notch the threat like we've shown earlier on. But if not, don't worry, while plummeting to the ground, building a lot of speed, and we can use that as the main advantage instead. This will then make the missile dive to the floor and the missile then being destroyed via ground impact. It's also a great way of gaining a lot of speed very fast for a second attempt to ditch the missile. You can also bleed the missile more by cranking or using loads of terrain to break the lock, and then turn in hot and get back into the fight. I use a split S move to quickly turn my threat from my 12 o'clock to my 6 o'clock as fast as I can. I invert and pull down, turning my nose until I'm looking at the opposite way. Doing this drives me low to the ground and gaining a lot of speed, which we just covered. With the extra speed I gain, I can quickly outrun the missile by finding a bit of terrain or gaining distance to start bleeding the missile out, so I can get back into the fight once the threat is gone. Using terrain masking is a godsend when you have it. It can hide you from enemy radar, but remember they can also hide from yours, and you can drive down the enemy missiles into the cliffs and make a swift getaway, or even better, a surprise from below. It's a great opportunity to pop up, shoot and move tactic. Now check out this next video that has everything we covered in a live PvP session, and I'll see you on the next one.